it going? It's Cali T here, and welcome to my kitchen. In this segment, I'll be showing you how to make food shown in anime. On today's menu are items considered the agape of meals, the delectable, the seductive pork cutlet bowl, aka katsudon, from the anime none other than Yuri on Ice. This is actually a really effortless meal to make. I know it might not seem so for some, but I'm telling you, if you can make cereal,
you can make this.
Plus, it's super savory and relatively quick to make. If you find yourself on the go, but you need something to fill you up, a pork cutlet bowl, aka katsudon, should do the trick. So without further ado, let's get started. For the alluring pork cutlet bowl, you'll need panko breadcrumbs, pork tenderloins, green onions, soy sauce, salt, rice, sugar, a white onion, 2 eggs, dashi, which is basically a fish stock. What I'm using here is a paste, but you can also get it as a powder or a liquid, flour, and the ingredient I completely forgot to mention, oil. Now, I don't understand why this isn't mentioned enough, but before you start cooking anything, you need to wash those hands. No one wants to be eating wherever, whatever, or whoever your fingers have touched. Then, you are going to go ahead and pour about 1 cup of rice and place that rice into a strainer. It's definitely not required, but I've always been told it's just good practice to wash your rice. It helps remove all the excess starch that might be on the rice. Once that's done, prep your rice cooker. Since that will vary between brands, I'm not able to tell you how to go about doing that. For mine, I've already placed my rice and water inside, and now I'm going to turn it on. So while we wait to come back to it, let it do its thing while we start on the other items. Next, get your cutting board and place your pork on top. We will begin by scoring the meat. This just helps the meat stock soak up all the flavor that we'll be putting into it later on. Add a sprinkle of salt, and begin to massage your pork. I'm doing this to essentially tenderize the meat. A lot of people also just whack the meat, and that'll do the trick as well. Now repeat on the other side.
Oh yeah.
On to the egg wash. Pour about 3 spoonfuls of water into a bowl, crack your egg, and start whisking away. Get your flour, and place your meat on top of it. Make sure that each side is completely covered. Then, give your pork a nice bath in the egg wash. Next, place your meat on the panko breadcrumbs and make sure it's fully coated. I repeated this process twice to make sure that my meat was fully coated and to not waste ingredients. Now go ahead and pour your oil into a pan. I recommend medium to low heat. We want the oil hot enough to fry, but not enough for the oil to be splashing about. Place your pork in the pan and cook each side for around 3 to 4 minutes, or to when you notice it becoming golden brown. Now, place your meat on a rack or a paper towel to remove all the excess oil. Next, get a pot and pour 1 cup of water into it. Then, place 1 tablespoon of soy sauce in and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Add in a tablespoon of your dashi of choice and start stirring up your sauce. Next, start cutting your onions into halves, and those halves into halves. We want them to be around this size when you're done. Now I'm going to switch out my pot for a pan and place the sauce into the pan. And in goes the onions. While that cooks, go ahead and chop up your pork about 1 inch apart and place it into the pan with the onions. Next, place a little more sauce onto the pork. We really want that flavor. Crack another egg, then beat it lightly with a fork. Now for the fun part. Pour the beaten egg all over that steaming pork cutlet. I had to use 2 eggs for this because I accidentally poured it all into one side. Then cover it up for about 1 minute. After that minute is up, it should be ready. Wow, it looks great! Let's go ahead and cut the green onions. Now get a bowl and start placing your rice into it. Then pour the rest of your sauce onto the rice in the bowl. Next, place the entirety of the contents that was in the pan into the bowl, sauce and all. And finally, sprinkle your green onions on top of your pork. Ta-da! You're done! You can now channel your inner agape with this mouth-watering, delicious, and savory pork cutlet bowl. I think Yuri would approve. And now it's time to see who will eat it. Me or my sister. Ready?
Yes.
Go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
Yes.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Yes! Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
No! Thank you.
wrap for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. I truly appreciate it, as always. If you have any other anime recipes that you would like me to try, please let me know in the comment section below and I can see if I can do them. Stay tuned for more anime-esque stuff coming your way. And hey, if you like this video, please let me know by hitting that like and subscribe buttons. And that's it for me. Thank you again for sharing a part of your day with me, and I hope the rest of your day is lovely. Until next time.